Are we live? I think we're live.
It says live.
Is it live?
Hello, DDP Ministries. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Michael Carter, 23. Welcome.
Michael
Thank
Carter,
you
what's
for
going
joining
on,
us.
y'all?
You remember that name, Michael Carter? Who's Michael Carter? Rev's cousin.
Yeah.
Wow.
God bless him. Latasha's in the house.
Hello, guys. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? It's Sunday evening, and we're going to chat you guys up. You guys have questions, marriage questions. We have answers. This is a phenomenal, the awesome, the amazing Joan, my wife, my boo, my sweetheart, my sugar, my honey, my lover, my friend, my side chick, my front chick.
Side chick.
You know, she's my everything, Yeah.
Graced by God one. I love that.
How y'all
welcome,
doing?
Welcome.
Okay. So for those of you that doesn't know who we are, I'm here with the most amazing. I love you, baby.
Love you, too.
Yeah, that's how we do it. We are lovers, baby.
Hey, Latasha. How are you, girl?
We are lovers. We just love. Oh, do you love me, baby?
True son, welcome.
How much do you love me? How much
First day on Periscope. You distracted me.
How much do you love me?
I love you.
Sure, folks,
I love you.
Yeah, listen, I'm a married man. I don't problem kissing
Welcome.
people, right?
First day on Periscope.
Oh, you're first in Periscope. Great. So, hello, everyone. You're just
keep me lifted.
Hallelujah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is what we do. Welcome to After We Say I Do, Dauren and Joan. We've been married for 24 years, guys.
Going 25
years. What's the secret to such a happy marriage? We're going to talk about it. The secret to such a happy marriage. Yeah, that's what heart-to-heart Q&A. And are you excited about love?
Yes.
Excited about life?
Yes.
How excited are you?
I am extremely excited.
What makes you so excited?
Excited that I'm married to the most gorgeous man.
I feel the Holy Ghost.
Oh.
Yeah. So the person asks, what keeps us so fired up? What keeps the excitement? What keeps the passion? Can you just tell them what keeps the passion?
Well, there has to be love. And as you can see, I truly love this man.
Really?
I love this man. This man God has placed in my life, and he's basically, it was like a couple of days ago when I sent you that text.
Yeah.
Because we had some stuff going on, and just the encouraging words that I got from him just got me so emotional that I had to send him a text to tell him how much I love him. He's my rock, my lover, my anchor, my guidance counselor. He's just everything across the board. And I just love the man that God has placed in my life to kind of, even me out. Sometimes I kind of got some rough edges, when he kind of straightened me out. But life is good, and every day I thank God for him, and I just pray too every day that God would just, keep us anchored, keep us in his word, just keep us, strong together, because we're better together. We're better together than separate.
Yeah, and I can honestly say that, what keeps us going, what makes us excited, what happens in our lives is just a constant reminder of how blessed we are, how fortunate we are.
Yeah.
I have learned and I've grown to respect and honor my wife. It's one of the qualities, the criteria of a successful marriage. And I believe that she's comfortable with me. She's comfortable.
I am.
She's happy. I have proven myself to be the husband that she desires. And that's what we do. We talk about this all the time. We check the positive for marriage regularly. And I believe that in order for you to have a successful marriage, first you have to identify who you are as a single person.
That's right.
And as you are coexisting in marriage, it makes more sense to know that your job is not to change your spouse. Your job is just to add value to their lives.
Compliment them.
And that's what we do. And she's fired up. I'm still trying to get her pregnant, but unfortunately, it has not been happening.
Ooh, that's a laugh.
I think she looks so beautiful that I would love to have a little girl, but unfortunately, the Lord is saying no when I'm trying to say yes. Glory.
I don't know
But
what to say to that.
but yeah, you know, we know that marriage work when you work harder. Do you deal with
How do
my
I deal with my singleness?
how do I deal with my singleness? Well, how do you deal with singleness? Same question, same person. I hope so.
No.
It's two different persons.
Wow.
Said that? Wow.
Natasha and wow.
Unbelievable. Look
weird,
at
right?
that. Wow.
Two same questions from two
Yeah.
different people.
Well, first of all, you have to identify that marriage is not going to make you happy. Marriage is not going to solve your problem. Marriage is not going to
Not going to change
it's
you.
not going to change your flaws. It's supposed to enhance your life. It's supposed to add value to your life. But I think your season of singleness is very important, especially if someone, it's from me. Okay, especially if someone is coming out of a relationship that is not or was not very positive, was not successful. It's
Right.
you need time to detox to
That's
get
right.
your body, your mind, your spirit right. You know, trust God. Know that God can keep you in your season of singleness. Don't allow anybody to impose marriage on you if you're not ready for it. And if you get a ring and you think the dude is not the right fit for you, give him back that darn ring. You don't have to say yes to a man that just don't show the character, the personality, or the core value that you're looking for in a mate. So, yep, Dating and Courting is a great book.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the book. I hope you leave a review on Amazon.com for us. So, yeah, that's what we did.
Yes,
Yep.
and I think that, you know, the single stage of your life is the best stage of your life. So enjoy your...
Sheila.
Hey, Sheila! What up?
I'm going to get you, girl. I'm going to get you. I am going to get you.
It's the best stage of
She
your
gonna come
life
on here
where,
when you're here.
you know, like my husband was just saying that, you know, being single and enjoying your life. I think if you're coming out of a relationship, it's not a good thing to rebound to another relationship. Take that time to get to know yourself, re-know yourself. Because sometimes we think we know things about ourselves, and sometimes we have to take a step back to learn, relearn.
Yes.
Unlearn to relearn,
Say that
like
again.
you would say.
Say that.
Sometimes we think we know ourselves when we're like in a problem. Say we come out of a relationship that didn't work out, but we have to take a step back instead of rebounding to another relationship. Take a step back and unlearn yourself to relearn yourself.
Awesome. I love that. Unlearn to relearn. And that's what we did. That's what we do. That's what we constantly keep doing. We just learn how to add value to each other's life. 18 years leaving my comfort zone. Oh, wow. 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 Yeah, I know. That's kind of hard, though. Starting over, you know, being with someone for a long time and then you starting over the
Yeah.
dating phase. I think, you know, when relationship happened.
She's so glad I'm
Yeah,
on.
I know. Y'all
Hey,
on the
Sheila,
show. Y'all
I
on the show,
know, I
Joan
know.
Love. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Don't be jealous.
Yeah, I think one of the key points that needs to be addressed, especially for a person that is, Eric is on here. Yeah, so I got my brother. You got Sheila. and
Hey,
I got
Eric.
Okay. The reality is that singleness is not a wasted season, and too many social media platform is magnifying marriage, and the right proper planning is not made.
Right.
And the truth is that you have to be single first before you can be comfortable in a marriage.
That's right.
Why are we talking like this? Because we had issues with our personality, with ourselves initially, until we learn how to really understand who we are.
Yeah.
That's when our marriage starts to click. That's when God put everything together. And I'm grateful to God for His love, for His wonderful loving kindness. I'm grateful to God for this awesome lady that decided to put up with me for 24 years, and
You putting up with me too.
She decided that she's not going anywhere, and I said, "Well, I'm not going anywhere." And she said, "She's not going anywhere," and then I'll say, "I'm not going anywhere," and then we say, "Okay, well, since
Then
both
you're
of us,
stuck with me.
since both of us are not going anywhere, we're stuck with each other. Might as well we just make the marriage work," and that's what we did.
Can I take a step back and
Yes, you
put our
can.
business out there for a little bit? Because after we got married, a few years into the marriage, we, you know, like my husband said, it wasn't always this way. We had to go through some stuff. We both, you know, we have conversations now and then about different things, and we were at a place where we kind of felt like, okay, is this really working? Is this really working? And you know, me talking just now about taking a step back. Sometimes you have to take a step back.
Slow down to speed up.
Slow down, to speed up.
We did that.
But the question we asked ourselves was, were we too young when we got married? Should we have waited?
Yeah, we have
Do you
asked
remember
ourselves
that?
the question. As a matter of fact,
Maybe we should have waited.
We talked about this a few times.
Right, and then we decided, you know, just like coming into getting to know each other and truly appreciating each other, and you know, be naked and ashamed, not ashamed around each other. We were 22, 23 when we got married. And, you know, we realized that, you know, there were some changes that we had to make. We came to the conclusion that if we had waited, maybe we wouldn't have been together. So I kind of feel, well, I feel like, you know, God literally took us and put us together and said, "This is it. You better work it out."
Yeah,
I feel like that's
not
my
only
life.
that, but I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that we were great friends. We were good friends.
Yeah, that too.
I was very fired up and excited at 18 years old when I said, "I'm gonna marry you. You're gonna be my girl. You're gonna be my queen, and ain't nothing you're gonna do about it." What is your opinion on marriage exposes everything to you? Well, actually, that's what marriage is going to do. Marriage will allow you to be exposed. Marriage will make you naked and not ashamed. In Genesis chapter 2 and verse 25, the Bible said that Adam and Eve was naked. The man and the woman was naked and they were not ashamed. In other words, my job is to be able to deal with my wife's flaws. Now, she's not perfect, but she's perfect for me. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfect for her. And because both of us understand our responsibility in the marriage, our uniqueness in the marriage, the differences in the marriage, we solidify each other. I covered her when she's weak. She covered me when I'm weak. And so she can be naked and not ashamed. Her vulnerability is not taken advantage of. It is protected. And that's one of the key points that most people are missing in relationship, missing in the marriage. And you're asking yourself the question, so why is it my wife is not talking to me? Or why she's not sharing information? Well, how can a woman share information with you when you cannot even handle her pain? Why would a man talk to you about his problem when you can handle his pain?
Wow.
Why would he be naked to you when every opportunity you get to throw back his past in his face, that's the first thing you remind him of? What he did. It was 10 years ago, it was 15 years ago. But the current problem that you're having has no bearing to do with what he did years ago. But yet that's the first thing you brought back to the surface. So when you do that, there is a guard, there is a wall, there is a blockage between you and your spouse. And every moment that you get to create that wall, you use that to create division. And that's why we don't talk about that kind of stuff.
So someone just asked, so how long should I wait to file for divorce?
How long should you wait to file for divorce?
I think it was such a daddy's
Oh, wow.
girl.
How long should you wait to file for divorce? Well, first of all...
And correct me if I'm wrong. Can I say her name? Can I say her name or just... No?
Well, it's if you say...
Such a daddy's girl. Let's keep it at that. I believe before you said something about 18 years. Have you been separated 18 years?
No, I think probably 18 years of marriage and now it's separation.
Okay, I got it.
Well, here's what we teach, what we counsel. This is what we use when we mentor. We don't give you a time when you can get a divorce. That's something that we can't decide.
Right.
What we can do and what we have done, we show you the variables. We talk to you about the issues. We help you to go through that process. We help you to see the... No, we just separated in September. Yes, and so we decided to help. Okay, and sometimes separation doesn't necessarily will lead to divorce. Sometimes separation bring you to a place where you start to identify flaws and situations that needed to be worked out or worked on, but it couldn't be worked on when both of you guys were at each other's throat, just constantly fighting and nitpicking and all that stuff. Guys, you can bring some folks in this broadcast. Those 3 buttons, you can hit those buttons and share and invite you forward. And I believe that when you talk about a marriage and you look at the pain and the scars that divorce causes, I often say to couples, exhaust all your options and all the areas that you think that you need to work on or you can work on, you can salvage before you decide to get a divorce. If you have done all you can and no one wants to change, the husband wants to remain the same or the wife decided not to do anything, then you need to make a decision whether you want to live like this for the rest of your life or you just have to separate.
And I think too, just adding to that, that especially when there are kids involved.
Oh yeah.
I think it's worth trying.
Trying, absolutely.
It's worth trying.
Absolutely.
To be, you come to a decision where you're gonna be talking to the kids depending on their age, because you can't delve into all that stuff with kids of very young age, but you have to come to a decision if you decide not to stay. At what point, you'll tell the kids, well, dad's not here anymore, or mom's not here anymore, but at what point do you sit them down and say, well, this is what's happening and that's what's happening, and therefore it's just going to be us?
Well, divorce is always painful. Regardless, even if there's no kids involved, divorce is painful.
Yeah.
When a man and a woman decide to get married, you are absolutely yoking yourself to someone else. I am now literally saying that I want to become one with you. I am saying to you that I want to love you, I want to honor you from for better, for worse, for sickness and in health, until death do apart, richer for poorer. And I'm now deciding that I'm going to consummate the marriage through a sexual encounter. And when the moment that we become one flesh, and something really happens, there is a transformation, there is a transferring of emotion, will, feelings, intimacy. There is a transfusion, there is a fusing that takes place in the marriage. That is the reason why when a divorce happens, it's the ripping, it's the tearing, it's the dying, it's the severing of something that was designed to stay together forever. That's why it's so painful. That's why 90% of people that goes to divorce, it ended up where they hate each other, low self-esteem, low self-image. Sometimes they go through depression. All these different things take place. My family said divorce youngest doesn't communicate due to the fact that you wanted,
to live with his father.
Okay, wow.
That's what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's painful. Now watch this. I often talks about, my wife and I, we always say that when kids are involved, you have to be very careful, especially when they're young. Because you can't just get up and say, you know what, I can't deal with you, I can't want to get a divorce, that's it, that's all, and you just decide to do it. What about the kids? What about the traumatic state of the children? What about sometimes you just have to sit back, slow down, and say, you know what, am I doing the right thing? Is this really the right decision? Or am I just selfish because I decide on hurting each other? Now, if you're in a relationship where the man is abusive, psychologically, mentally, physically, or the woman is doing that same thing to you, then I can get that you need to pack a bag and run for the hill.
I'm thinking the same thing. People might listen to us saying this and they're saying to themselves, if they've been in that situation, easier said than done.
Right.
Because of the same reason you just said. Because if they're in the situation where, they're getting the heck beat out of them, then they're going to run. They're not going to care about what happens next.
No,
they just want to leave.
I would tell you to pack a bag and run for your kids, with your kids. And go.
Don't leave the kids. No.
Yeah, take your kids and go. But I want you to understand the variables. When we talk about marriage, when we do marital counseling, we talk to you about your money. How do you save your money? How do you work things out? Your finances. We talk about your self-image. We talk about your family, blended family, your in-laws. All these things help to know. You need to know this, and don't think that you just have to do it while you're in the marriage. When you're single and when you are courting, it's a great opportunity to get to know the background of the man or the woman that you decide to yoke yourself to. Because when you're in that marriage, for most of the time, most of the reasons, it's way too late. You can't change much right there. You can add value to your marriage, but changing, nah, you don't have the ability to change anyone.
Nope.
Ooh,
we
Lord.
can only change ourselves.
Any more question? How many more time we have, baby? 10 more minutes?
I don't know.
Yep. See me and my baby. My sweetie. My love. The love of my life. I love her so much. She's amazing. What about when the blended family is not blended?
blending.
I like that. The blended family is not blended.
That is so true. Very conflicting, but
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen so many times where, you know, they're not even like young adults. They're like 10. And these little kids, they rebel, you know, having one parent's probably pass away or leaving, and then mom or dad end up marrying someone else. And it's just tough. It's really tough. They make it tough for the person who comes into the relationship. They make it tough for themselves, and they make it tough for the other parent that they had. And it's just something that, you know, there has to be like a family meeting, setting the ground rules, like my husband says, and said, this is now my wife, or this is not my husband. And even though I know you miss your mother, your father, or whoever passed away, this is my life now, and I'd like you to respect my now wife, you know. And I know she's not your mother.
It's a conversation that
she will
needs to
never
be
be
had.
able to replace your mom, but at least there has to be respect of this house.
Absolutely. You have to set boundaries. You have to set the standard for them to follow.